Hi you guys, my name is Olivia. Welcome to my video. I am a stay-at-home mama of 3 and I do homeschool things, mommyhood things. Today I actually have an empties video for you. So I try to remember dumping things when I'm done with them under my sink and keeping them in empties there. A lot of things that I remember using are missing, so in my haste I must have tossed them, like just tossed them in the garbage can that gets changed out regularly. I love empties videos because it's kind of like a minis review video, and I love product reviews. I have done another one of these in the past, and I will link that up above and down below for you. Since living with an autoimmune disease for going on, well, I've known about it for about 9 years now. There has been a huge difference in my health and my autoimmune, like my antibodies numbers in labs, when I do try to minimize any sort of burden that, like, on my endocrine system. I am not on here to preach to anybody about how dare you use these products. These products are like terrible for you. There are a lot of other accounts that will do that for you and give you more information on that. And if that's something you're looking for, I highly recommend searching for that. I am just here to showcase the products, let you know how it worked for my family and me, let you know if I would repurchase or not. And yeah, I am not here to argue with anybody about efficacy of ingredients or what is or isn't safe or what have you. If you have a different opinion than me on what you are okay with having in your products, and you feel as if you have like fully informed consent on what you looked into and it's good, then, and I think that's great that you found something that works for you. For people that are looking for options within this realm of things that I'm going to be showing, I feel like there's so many trigger words now, and people love to get into comments and like argue petty things. I'm just not gonna be doing that. If you are disinterested in anything that I show you and you choose something different to have in your life, I think that that's so great. Like, if things bring you joy and you feel good about them, keep buying them. Okay, first off, I can't remember if I was using this brand already when I did my last empties video, possibly, which is great because that shows you how much I like this and how many times I've repurchased it. This is the Captain Blankenship shampoo and conditioner with aloe and shea butter for the conditioner, aloe and seaweed for the shampoo. So I have a lot of hair, but it's really fine. This is styled with a lot of products right now. My hair is not this sleek. So it is essentially just like a giant frizz ball. I don't have any defined curls, and it's not straight. It's just a bunch of frizzy texture. This does not help with that at all. But I will say it gives me a really clean scalp. And when I use this, for anybody that has been on a natural shampoo and conditioner journey, again, I don't really know what words to use. Natural is like winds up antagonizing people. Clean, non-toxic, all green, all of those words, I mean, they don't necessarily have an actual meaning, but I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. So if you have been in the realm of hair care, of a hair care journey, in that community, it's questionable how well they clean, right? There's buildup on your scalp. Most things will not suds very well if you are looking for hair care in like I'm just gonna use from here on out clean beauty, because I feel like that's the most, you understand what I'm saying, and I'm hoping the least offensive, and I don't really know what other term to use. So for the clean beauty situation, sometimes there's like buildup and residue left over, and especially like the back of your scalp, it just doesn't wind up, like your hair doesn't feel clean, or it's too stripping, or there's too much left over. I feel like this is a really happy medium. It is great for my kids' hair and my husband. They really enjoy this. They don't have damaged hair like I do. But they really enjoy this. I have purchased this many times. It smells great. This is a really easy repurchase for me. And when I tell you, I mean, like, I've been buying products like this since before. I mean, like, it's gotta be, it's more than a decade now at this point. So I enjoy this. Is it the most nourishing and do I come out with no frizz? No, there are other products for that I use for that, but I would repurchase this. I'm going to continue to repurchase this for my kids. I personally have moved on to something else that has worked, but my kids really love this, and it's really easy with the pumps. Many clean beauty brands just come with like you tip it upside down, you squeeze it out. The pumps are so fantastic. So really like these. All right. Oh, that's another shampoo. Okay. This is the Eve Hansen Rose Water Spray. I was using this as a toner. So after I would wash my face at night, I'd spray this toner on and then I would apply some of my other like active ingredients. This is organic and the ingredients are 100% rose water made with organic Damascus roses, distilled water, only fresh petals without added fragrances, preservatives, or synthetics. This was a really affordable option if you're someone who looks at rose waters. They are typically really high priced. So I was pleasantly surprised with the affordability of this for what it was. I also don't wash my face in the morning time. And so I will wake up and I'll use either like a glycolic pad or a toner to freshen my face up. And then I will also put on my morning skincare routine that way. This was great both ways. It's a toner and a lot of toners are somewhat drying. And for me, so I guess going into this, I should let you know what kind of skin I have. I have extremely dehydrated, dry, sensitive skin. I will break out with products that my skin doesn't like. I turn red with products that my skin doesn't like. I have a hard time keeping my hair, my nails, my skin moisturized from the inside out, as well as it being a little bit dry. So that's what kind of skin I have. If you have oily skin, you would probably enjoy this as a toner because it's not like it's like, it's not gonna like mattify you or anything like that. But also if you do have dry skin, it's also not gonna strip you. It's like a very, it's like a very normal product. It's not going to dry your skin out. It's also not gonna add any moisture. So I really loved this. Kossma's Dream Beam Comfy Smooth Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40. It says it's a mineral SPF with peptides, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and allantoin. Wear alone or is the perfect base for makeup. I will say that my makeup did sit really well on this. And when I say makeup, I don't use foundation. I do use concealer under my eyes on breakouts if I have it or somewhere that I might want brightening. So I was not looking for something that sat well under foundation, so I can't attest to that. This actually came with like a little, it was not open like this. It came with like a little thing and you squeeze it. It says mineral-based SPF with its active ingredient being zinc oxide, 21.7%. This did not break me. I have a hard time with SPFs. They break me out all of the time, like really closed comedones, and I get a lot of texture. This did not break me out, and it comes out, it looks a little bit tinted. It's not white, it's a beige color, but that disappears. I'm like super white, and most things, if I do get a foundation or a concealer, I'm the lightest shade, if not the next to lightest shade. So I don't know how well that this blends in on anything. I would say you're super safe from like super pale through maybe a true medium skin tone. Anything darker than that, I don't know. But it's not white. And I think that's why they put a little bit of the tint in there so that it will work for more skin tones. Now, I can't remember what it is. There was another ingredient in here, pretty sure it started with an A, that was not necessarily a chemical sunscreen. So that's why they can say it's a mineral-based SPF, but it's kind of like in one of those, it's like a gray sort of ingredient on if it actually is like a chemical sunscreen or not. When I remember the name, it's probably not gonna come to me. I'm gonna have to look it up and post it here. I will post it here. If you're okay with like a cleaner product, then I think that you would really like this. It's like cleaner, It's like better, not best, if that makes sense. But otherwise, I really like this. It went on smooth. I did not get greasy, though I don't mind a little bit of shine, a little bit of grease because I'm so dry. I don't know how this would work for someone that has oily skin. I really liked it. It worked for me. This is Earth Mama Baby Organic Diaper Balm. Yes, I used it for my baby on her diaper area. If you're a nursing mom, this is so soothing and fantastic. And none of the ingredients are something that I felt uncomfortable with if my daughter then wound up nursing after that. I would be worried about it. That's for you to make that call on. I don't want to make that call for you. Everything's organic in here, and that doesn't necessarily mean something is food safe. So again, I would look into that. I really liked that on that. And also when I got kind of pink and had a sunburn, I could not for the life of me find my aloe vera, and the last of this, that's what used this up. The last of this was in the drawer, and I scooped it out and I put it on my chest where I was really pink. My sunburn was not there the next morning. I don't know if it's because of this or if my skin just healed it. I'm just saying, it's really healing. It was a nice product. I liked it. These are everywhere. These are everywhere. You know, I see ads for these all over the place. If this is something that has worked for you and you see actual results with this, I'm so jealous. Like, what a cool solution. I used up this entire box. I use these every single night until the box is empty, and it says you see the best results when you're consistent with it, which that works for anything, and that's true for any product. I had no reduction in any of my like static lines on my forehead. That's where I have wrinkles the most, are the like static lines across, like horizontal lines on my forehead. I definitely have laugh lines here. I didn't put anything there, so I don't know. I'm not dealing with 11s right now, so that's not something I was looking at either, but for my static horizontal lines on my forehead, for me, these didn't work. I won't be repurchasing Frownies. I have a girlfriend who absolutely swears by them, and she has the smoothest, prettiest forehead. For real. I wish mine worked. I wish they worked for me. They don't. All right, another sunscreen. This is the FITGLOW Beauty VitaShield Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I didn't absolutely love this. It is very, very white, and even on me, it took some rubbing for the white cast to go away. And it was also drying, even though on here it says it should not be. Natural safflower oleosomes. This moisturizer glides on evenly and smoothly to deliver all day comfort and hydration. Antioxidant rich sunflower oil boosts skin's defense against free radical damage while improving moisture retention and elasticity. This was not moisturizing for me at all. So I feel like if you have oily to normal skin, this would probably be really fantastic for you. Because this was definitely drying for me. It smells nice. I never got pink while I was wearing it, and which I love. There were sometimes also when I would go to put something else on my skin and it would kind of get like pilly. So for me, it didn't work, which I'm really bummed about. I did like the pump instead of having to squeeze it out. But yeah, this one just didn't work for me. Maybe it will work for you guys. Okay, I probably have multiple of these. This is, and again, I think I showed these in my other empties also. This is the Pre-Cleanse Jojoba Oil and Hazelnut Oil Makeup and Daily Impurities Remover by Culina. Love, love, love this. This is so nourishing on the skin. It absolutely broke down all of my makeup, and including eye makeup during the day. And then I would get a washcloth with really warm water afterwards and just wipe it off, and my skin did not feel stripped, but there was also nothing left over on it that made it feel overly dry either. So I loved this from them, and I have I will continue to purchase it from it. It's just organic jojoba oil and organic hazelnut oil. All right, another moisturizer. This is the Alchemy Beauty Barrier Repair Cream with super peptides and ghost berry. This was really great. I love this. This was not heavy enough for me to be a nighttime moisturizer. This was my daytime moisturizer, and it worked great for that. my SPF and my concealer, my blush, and all, like, it sat well on top of this for this being my daytime moisturizer. I will say this is, I'm pretty sure, their heaviest moisturizer from Alpen Beauty. For me, if I was going to do a lot of different serums first before putting this on, possibly it would have been drying enough for me overnight. I did try it, but that was also, it was like the tail end of winter when I started using this, and it's still quite cold and dry here. I needed personally something a little more moisturizing, but I really enjoyed this. It smelled great, it went on nicely. I would repurchase this for a daytime moisturizer. I have been on kind of a tooth journey. There's gonna be more things in here that I will show you. A tooth health journey. Every single time I have a baby, well, I get pregnant and then have a baby, my gums start bleeding and my oral health just goes down. And I know that that's tied hand in hand with my autoimmune disease too, but it is not easy for my body to metabolize and hold on to minerals and vitamins the way that, I mean, our systems are set up to do really well. It's just dysfunctional for me. And I see that in my oral health. So anyway, for the longest time, we have been using fluoride-free toothpaste, I mean, since I was pregnant with my first. So it's been 13 and a half years now, maybe 14 years now that I have been doing fluoride-free things on our teeth. And I will say, I am still a proponent for that. I just wanna say, I feel like I need a little bit more than just hydroxyapatite or xylitol. Me and my son and my husband have been using this one. This is also nano hydroxyapatite. There's been some different things that have come out within the last year or so that have caught my attention on the difference between nano and micro hydroxyapatite. And nano is pretty dang small and it crosses a lot of barriers. And is that necessary? I don't know. Again, look into things yourself and see what information speaks to you the most and what decisions you need to make for your family. For me, my kids will keep using some hydroxyapatite things, but I have purchased some cleaner versions of some fluoride toothpaste, not for my youngest because she still swallows toothpaste, so not for her. But I do wanna say, we were using this brand for the longest. This one in Risewell, I don't even know if I still have any Risewell in here. Probably in my kids' toothpaste thing. I'm just not a fan. Boka also used to have phenoxyethanol in one of theirs, so I was not buying it for the longest time because that's a mostly no-no product for me, but especially in things that go in my mouth. This says it's vegan and cruelty-free, no fluoride, no SLS, which are like sulfites, no parabens, no artificial flavors, and no endocrine disruptors. The lining of the tissues in your mouth are very thin and a lot of things do get absorbed. So I do want to advocate for being fully informed on whatever decision that you wind up going for you and your family. I was not blown away by the Boka products. I feel like my mouth stayed fresh for a good amount of time, but not for until the next brushing after lunch. This was supposed to be the bright and white. There's zero whitening effects for me from this. Not super impressed. This is a newer product to me. I just finished this up and then repurchased it. This is Attitude Natural Care Anti-Cavity with Fluoride, and this is their whitening one. This is peppermint. This is not like a strippy, like my mouth is on fire peppermint. The rest of it is like glycerin, hydrated silica, also papaya leaf and tea tree leaf oil, and hydroxyapatite. So it has it as both. Their hydroxyapatite is the last ingredient, which means it has the smallest amount of that ingredient in here. I have really liked this so far. And me and my oldest used this one. I told him to be as intentional as you can about not swallowing any of it. Anyway, these are decisions that I've made for me and my family. I think I have a couple more toothpaste in here to show you, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you know when you see other toothpaste come up, that's kind of the camp that I've been in, the decisions we've been making. Oh yeah, lots of toothpaste. Let me just get those out. Okay, this is the Wellness. It's N-E-S-S-E. I don't know if they just are wanting you to say wellness and they want to look fancy or they want you to say it with a flair. So Wellness, it's probably just wellness. Whitening toothpaste, fresh mint, fluoride free. This was not bad. This is probably one of the cleanest, simplest toothpaste I've ever seen. This was very minty. Like my daughter tried to use this and she was like, no, I could never. So I like it. I like one of those like burning mint flavors. This is pretty good. My mouth did feel fresh until after lunch using this. I did like this a lot. Again, I'm just kind of a product junkie. Unless I find something I absolutely love and I can't live without, I am gonna try something new. So, which is also, and this is also when I started being like, maybe I should start moving back into the realm of using some fluoride in some capacity. Not in my drinking water. So anyway, I liked this though. If you're looking for a hydroxyapatite, fluoride-free toothpaste, I really liked this one. All right, so this is one that my kiddos got from our holistic dentist. This is by Dr. Jen, their fluoride-free cool mint remineralizing toothpaste. My daughter really liked this one. This one does have no sodium lauryl sulfate, no titanium dioxide, no propylene glycol, no artificial flavor. This one does have the nano hydroxyapatite. These ones are also, this is a pretty clean option, and my daughter liked this one a lot. So I guess I recommend this if you're looking for a fluoride-free toothpaste. I like this one a lot. So this has been my favorite one that I found so far. This is the, I don't know how to pronounce it, Springene. I'm not sure. Natural cavity protection toothpaste with black seed oil and zinc, birch tree xylitol, and acacia gum. This does have fluoride in it. This one feels super fresh when you use it, and it keeps me feeling the freshest. I really enjoy the mint flavor of this one. Oh, that's been upside down. Sorry, I was reading the stuff on the back. I really like this one, and it's made in the United States. I think the Attitude one that I also liked, I think that one's based out of Canada. I enjoyed this one. I have gotten this and Attitude off of Vitacost. Okay, I think she has rebranded since I purchased this. This is one of the things I got from Kossma Beauty. This is her Tallow Balm. I loved this, and this did feel good on my skin. I know some people are very anti-tallow on their skin. I loved this. I did wind up keeping it in the car, and I would use it, one, for my lips, for like a car chopstick, and it worked so wonderfully. I kept it on my hands. My hands get really dry when I drive for some reason. I didn't think that that was a thing, but I guess with like the heater on for like 9 months of the year and then the AC on for the other 3 months of the year, my hands get dry in the car. So anyway, I kept this in the car. It's like a deodorant sort of thing where it comes and you push it up. It's not liquid or whipped, it's solid. So, and also kept this in the car during the summertime. It didn't melt. So like into a puddle. It definitely was softer, but I really liked this. This is the Kinship Brightwave 10% vitamin C and peptide brightening serum. I love vitamin C's. I'm definitely a vitamin C like product junkie. There's been a few that I have repurchased and used when I'm done, but for the most part, I do try to kind of like bounce around and test new ones out. I was really excited for this one. They also use the THD ascorbate in here, which if you watched my other Empties video and I was talking about vitamin C in there, I was mentioning how there are a handful of different forms of vitamin C that they use in skincare specifically. And the one that doesn't break me out most often, because sometimes vitamin C can make me break out, especially in texture and stuff like that, is the THD ascorbate. And so when I do look for vitamin C's, I'm often trying to look for one that has this form of vitamin C in it. This one also had peptides. It helps brighten. Vitamin C is an antioxidant for your skin, and it helps with pigmentation issues and brightening and that sort of thing. The very first time I used this, I almost returned it or thought about gifting it to a family member. The scent on this is so strong. It's so strong. It smells very perfumey, and like perfumey in like a heavier floral way. And I was really turned off by it at first. And then I ran out of the other vitamin C I was using, and I forgot I was running out of it, and I had not ordered something. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I guess I'll try it once more before I move on and I donate this to somebody else. And I loved the way it sat on my skin. And then I did notice that the scent went away after a little while. Not immediately, but after a little while. That's Amazon. So I would repurchase this because I did wind up liking it that much. The way it sat on my skin, the way it sat with all of the other products that I use during the day, I really enjoyed it. I did not break out from it. And I noticed that I was not doing a great job of bringing my SPF around my hairline, and I was seeing some like sunspots there, and they drastically reduced when I started utilizing this product and bringing it all the way up into my hairline. I really, really liked this one. I feel like the people who love this company so much are very similar to the people who love Monat so much, and that there are some really cool people who are like, if you don't like the product, that's super cool. Like, there's so many other things out there for you, but you know, it's changed some of our lives. And then there's other people that use these brands and they get really offended when you say that something didn't work for you or that you didn't like it. And that's Oliveda. Maybe there's other products in this line that are meant for me and it's not these two. I follow someone who I just think is such a hoot, and she's like very blunt and very upfront about what does and does not work for her, and has no problem saying like, oh, this does not work for me. Like, you know, there's something. Anyway, it's Bubble Pop. She does the the nail wraps. She sells Oliveda, and her before and afters are, I was like, like glass. Like, her forehead is like glass. And not that she looked terrible in any way before, but she definitely had more distinct static lines on her forehead. And she said these were the two products out of everything from this company that she has tried that made the biggest difference from her. And that is Oliveda F59, the Regeneration Intense Face Cream. So she said use this as a moisturizer. And then this is one of the ones that has been viral. And when I tell you, I held off on like 2 years on buying anything from here because I was like, I want real like reviews of people who like actually have been using it for a long enough time to say that it's made a difference. And then before I jump on any bandwagon, this is the F59 Corrective Serum Face. I can't remember if they said that this was retinol in a bottle or Botox in a bottle, but it was one of those ones that like all of the advertisement says. She says these two, she's seen the most noticeable difference when used consistently on her face, and her before and afters are fantastic. So I am so happy that it works for her, and I wish it worked magic for me. I truly did. I do like these ingredients, and the smells were great. This did next to nothing for me, so I don't have anything else to say about this other than that. If I were gonna repurchase from the company, I would repurchase this as a daytime moisturizer. It almost kind of got tacky after you would put it on a bit, which it took me a while to figure out and where in my routine to use this, and if I was going to like it. Did I like it? Am I gonna keep liking it? So if I feel that way about a product, I'm probably not gonna repurchase it right away. I'm gonna try to find something else. I might revisit it again as far as a daytime moisturizer. This was certainly not this was certainly not a nighttime moisturizer for me. I didn't like the way it smelled either, but that's okay because there's other things I use at night that I like a lot, but I was bummed I didn't like those things. So not meant for me. This is, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my last one or not. This is the Arcana, oh, I miss it. This is the Arcana Lightwave Enzyme Cleansing Balm. This really was just a super nourishing, like velvety feeling balm on my skin. And it did have, is it papaya was the enzyme in it? Plum kernel oil, a bunch of other things, papaya fruit, ferment extract, papaya seed oil. So yeah, that's what it used as a enzyme cleanser. And when you would put it on, it really did break down everything. And then you would add water to this one and not just wipe it away with a hot washcloth. You would add water to this one and it turned into a milk, like this milky cleanser, and then it would rinse off with water without needing like a washcloth or something like that. So I really loved this. I will definitely repurchase this in the future when I'm in the market for a cleansing balm, and it smelled really nice too. It's like this bright orange color. I super enjoyed this, definitely recommend. Okay, I popped this in here, but I'm gonna remember to set this out again because I have one more application's worth left in here. And that's like if I'm like digging around the corners and the sides. This is the Lil Fox Acid Glow. This is like an exfoliation mask. It says Moisture Surge Rapid Retexture Peel. I would use the most caution with this when you start, okay? If you have very sensitive skin and you are not used to exfoliating products in any sort of way, use the smallest amount, avoid your eyes and around your mouth, and only keep it on for a minute. When it starts feeling tingly, that's probably a good amount of time for you to take it off the first time you use it. The next time, if you go past the tingly and it starts getting just a little bit hot, that's also normal for how I used it. And then that's when I would take it off. So I mean, when I had worked myself up to using this for a longer amount of time, I could keep it on about 10 minutes. Don't start with 10 minutes. You need to start small. And if something's wrong, don't use it anymore, right? But I loved this. My skin the texture truly did look so much smoother and my face looked brighter. And I used this once a week religiously until it was used up. I love it so much. I will repurchase this. This is a pricier brand to pick through. I also love their prickly pear product also. That one was so wonderful. Love this. This is kind of a tried and true brand for me. I know that if I'm in the market for something and I just can't make a decision if I buy from Lil Fox, I'm gonna be happy with what I purchase through them. Again, used the Leahlani Mahina Evening Replenishing Elixir, but it smelled like a lemon bar. I mean, lemon and vanilla-y, and it made my skin feel really nourished at night, or especially in the morning as a lighter skin serum for moisture. I really appreciated this. Everything is coated in hair. So I'm sorry that I keep rubbing my nose in this video, but all of the oils are like Velcro, grasping the hair from all of my animals in the air. And now it's all over my face. So I'm sorry for that, but smells so wonderful. And this soaks in really nicely also to your skin. It doesn't leave like a greasy leftover residue. I would recommend. Okay, before you turn it off, I know the idea of a bar shampoo and a conditioner is terrifying because it took me forever to try one too. And this is the only one that I've ever tried. The only brand that I've ever tried a bar shampoo and conditioner. It lathered so nicely and it gave me a really great clean. It comes in like a bar of soap. Kept it in this tin. It smells great. It's definitely like a clarifying type of shampoo though. Like it smells like tea tree oil. And it's not stripping though, but it just did not have enough moisture for me. This works great on my kiddos' hair. All of my kids love this. I also really like the conditioner bar, and I trust the ingredients from Kossma. I don't even think I've said the brand name of Kossma with anything they sell. They're very intentional about natural, cleaner products. And so if you are looking for a one-stop shop for most areas of your life, for that sort of thing, they have so many products on there. I highly recommend checking them out. I liked this. I repurchased this, I think 3 times. So yeah, really enjoyed this. My son especially really enjoyed this. My husband really enjoyed this. I used this on my daughter, my middle daughter, and it was great. Okay, I also think that they've rebranded, and I don't know if it looks like this anymore. This is the BioCorrect Concealer. I'm pretty sure this was in 3N. I loved this Well People concealer. I loved this so much. It worked really well. It wasn't so incredibly pigmented that I had to work really hard to get it to blend or worry about doing too much. It was very creamy. It did crease on me, which is very common under my eyes. I've always I've had like foldy smile lines under my eyes, not just like crow's feet smile lines, but like under my eyes since I was a kid. So I've always had to deal with creasing under there. I really love this, and I thought it was kind of expensive for what I was getting with this size. This lasted me a year. You truly only need the littlest amount, and it spreads and blends in so well that you just don't need that much. So really liked this one. All right, this is Kossma Beauty's New Moon Beauty Serum. Again, it's been a while since I actually purchased this. I did not grab for this. I did not grab for this as much as I was grabbing for other things that I was using. So it took me a while to use it up, but I don't have any complaints about it. So I do feel like this would be better for people who are maybe oily or even normal, or maybe even combo skin. It just was not as moisturizing for me. I mean, my skin is like a vacuum, like it sucks everything up so much. So I just needed something a little bit more intense. So that's what this was, but I really like this company. Again, she's very intentional about her ingredients that she uses. I've been seeing more of this brand and I've been really enjoying their products. This is the Earth Harbor brand. And as far as clean beauty goes, this is a rather affordable brand and their ingredients are great. This is their Horizons Ceramide Recovery Serum. I loved this. I love this so much. And like, listen, I get you want to use like good for the planet packaging. I understand that. Do you see, maybe you can't see it on here. There's so much product that I can't use in here. Like I can't get a brush in there. I can't get anything in here. It won't scrape up anymore and it won't pump out. And if this was a plastic bottle, I'd be able to cut the top off of this and then use the rest. It looks beautiful on your shelf. I understand why people are using glass and I really do. But there's been so much product that I have wasted over the years from glass packaging that I can't get all of it in. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, this was a really amazing step in my skincare and it didn't add a whole lot of moisture, but it had the ceramides in it and it did make my skin kind of feel like it was then easier for me to absorb the other things I put on top of it. And the other thing from Earth Harbor, I don't know how to say this, and I should have looked it up beforehand. This is their Mahina product, the Biome Brightening, and is it Ampoule or Ampoule? It's Ampoule. It used spirulina and blue tansy. I loved this. It was a very liquidy, it was thinner than a serum, but it was not like a toner. And it came in this little dropper. And I loved this. This made my skin just feel refreshed and like it was ready to take on whatever else I was about to put on top of it without just like slapping things on dry skin, which is not, I mean, that's not optimal. You want your skin to try to have, if you have dry skin, you want your skin to have a little bit of moisture of some sort before doing that. So that's why if you don't have a toner or a face mist, this was a really lovely product to use that way. And the scents are so fresh. They smell really good. Okay, along with Vitamin C Product Junkie, I love a deodorant. I love testing out new deodorants and I'm a perfect example of someone who should be testing deodorants because I am sweaty. I'm sweaty and can also be a little ripe. So anyway, I work really hard on trying to find something that truly works without like my skin breaking out. Because you know your skin can get sensitive with the natural products in natural deodorants. This is by a brand I'd never used anything by them before, the Cleo and Cocoa deodorant. This is their extra strength. They're grapefruit and bergamot. No aluminum, no phthalates or parabens, no synthetic fragrances. Made in the USA with global components. So not completely made in the USA. So anyway. Their first ingredient, tapioca starch, and then coconut oil, cocoa seed butter, a wax, triglycerides, grapefruit peel oil, bergamot peel oil, magnesium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate, sunflower, bentonite clay, charcoal powder. So let's see. So they had the tapioca starch, the sodium bicarbonate, the magnesium, and the bentonite clay and the charcoal. Those are all things that are meant to help keep you on the drier side and also help keep the bacteria that then winds up giving you like the sour BO smell at bay. And then they add the other things in there to be moisturizing and with scents. I have to say, I'm so bummed that this did not keep me as dry as I'm looking to be with a natural deodorant because it felt so moisturizing on the skin without leaving like any sort of residue on my clothes. And this, I loved this smell. Unfortunately, even with all of those things in there to help you be on the drier side, if you are newer to natural deodorants, nothing's going to replace aluminum from keeping you from being an antiperspirant, right? So like, that's why they can't say they're an antiperspirant, because you will, in all likelihood, still be damp or have some sort of moisture and sweat through a natural deodorant. I do love that if you are sensitive to baking soda, if you're sensitive to baking soda in your deodorants, then this is pretty far down the line. They use other ingredients first to help stop or keep some of that moisture at bay. So I would feel safe saying you should try to give this a go. If you need something stronger than, because you know, natural deodorants come in like regular or sensitive. Sensitive deodorants typically mean they don't have baking soda in them, because baking soda can be irritating. So I would try giving this a go. They have a lot of scents and it was really moisturizing. I like enjoyed putting this deodorant on. Unfortunately, it just did not keep me as dry as I was looking for, but really loved it. If you're not as wet and sweaty as I am, you'll probably love this. Okay, just a couple more things. This is the Botanical First Light Brightening Oil Serum, antioxidant rich with vitamin C and barrier restoring ceramides. Love this for daytime in my daytime routine. This is not heavy enough to be used in like replacement of a moisturizer, but it was really great and sat well on my skin, was absorbed by my skin without then my skin being dry before my moisturizer and my SPF. Love this. They are my very first clean beauty brand or non-toxic skincare brand, whatever you want to call it, that they've been around for so long. They have like kind of rebranded, but they have a huge line, and I'm sure that there's something in there for everybody who's looking for something for their skin to start out with. I love them. They use they're very ethical also about how they harvest their ingredients and what ingredients they use. So if that's something that is concerning to you, totally give this brand a look. I've purchased so many different things from that brand over the year. Another deodorant, I know I showed these in my last one because I do really, really like this brand. This is the Routine brand. This specifically is I think the Class is the scent of this one. This is their normal, not their sensitive formulation. It does come in here. I'm pretty sure they send you a spatula. I never use it. I just scoop it out with my finger and rub it on and rub it on. They have a lot of scents. I do not recommend their stick formulas, just my opinion, but I love them. And there are so many scents from this brand. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. This one specifically, if you are a man, I know you'd like this. This to me is kind of one of those, I don't want to say it's a unisex scent, but I liked wearing it. I mean, it didn't smell like Old Spice, but it was definitely kind of a masculine scent, but it's like one of those, it reminds me of like evening time scents. Does that make any sense at all and clarify at all what it smells like? No. Maybe tobacco. I'm really bad at identifying scents. It tells you the breakdown of the scents online. I would look that up. I have some floss. This is SuperTeeth Prebiotic Soft Floss in Vanilla Cocoa Butter. I don't know if I talked about, I think I did talk about SuperTeeth in my last video. I also talked about it a bit on my Instagram page. I would not repurchase their, toothpaste. I did enjoy their floss. It was not as soft as the Dr. Tung's floss that I love and I repurchase all of the time. I definitely love their oral probiotics and continue to repurchase those. Love those. I have 2 of the SuperTeeth ones and 1 of the Boka one. This is the Ella Mint Floss, coated in vegetable wax with mint aroma. Didn't like this. So Boka's just not a favorite of mine. Didn't like this. I like the floss that when you pull it out, it's soft and it's almost like squishy, like it expands. It squishes enough for you to pop it into your tooth, but it doesn't rip your gums apart. This was really hard. This is really hard, and it was not as soft on my teeth as the SuperTeeth one. Another product, and I would definitely repurchase this from Alpen Beauty. This is their firming serum using niacinamide and nettle. I loved this. I used it in the morning time after my vitamin C. This is another one of those products where there is stuff left over in there on the bottom that I can, that I cannot like squeeze and get up, but I can't get into it. I can't get into it because it sits around the rim and it doesn't go down into the middle, and I can't cut into this and use it. And the way that the packaging is, and it's so tight and small right in the middle, I can't use the little spatula either. So I understand the glass packaging. It's not for me. It makes me upset. 3 more things to look into. This is a scent. This is like one of those natural perfumes that are not supposed to have any endocrine disruptors in them. This is from the brand No Polera. I am pretty sure that it is a Hispanic-based brand, Hispanic-based scents. You guys, this smells so good. It's Dulce de Cuerpo. Dulce de Cuerpo. I took French, I did not take Spanish. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. It smells like an evening, a rich evening scent. This is so nice. This could work in the wintertime, and I did wear it in the summertime. And this sat so well on my skin and my clothes, and it did not evaporate right away. And it also oxidized in a way where it just smelled, I don't want to say caramely, but maybe, well, that makes sense with the Dulce. I loved it. I will probably be repurchasing like a bigger scent of this. It's a little bit of a mature scent, so it doesn't remind me of being like young and girly. It's like a mature evening rich scent. Again, hire me to be your scent descriptor because I am A+, right? Okay, I've had this forever. It lasts forever. It's not like I had it forever because I wasn't using it. It just lasts forever. This is the Bluh Alchemy Eye Oil Serum. Revitalizing lift with green coffee bean and hibiscus. It's made for like smoothing and depuffing. It has one of those little roller balls on it. The roller ball stayed permanently cold. I don't understand how this worked, but this was always probably just because it's metal, but there's other things I touch that are metal that are not cooling like this. Anyway, there's still like remnants of it left over, but I'm kind of done with it. The scent is so nice. It's fresh and it's clean. And the cooling roller ball, I don't deal with a lot of puffiness, but the cooling roller ball just felt so great, especially in the morning. It is very oily and less creamy, so I did have to use my fingers to pat it in a little bit and kind of get some product off. You could probably avoid doing that by putting like the roller ball on your finger and then putting on how much you want, but then you lose the coolness of the metal. So anyway, it smells really great, and I think it worked really well also. Okay, last product. This is the RMS Beauty, the Peach Luminizer. I scraped the bits of this. I have repurchased and been using it again. This is their, like, it's a cream luminizer, and they have several different shades. This is the peach one, and I rebought the peach one. They also have a bronzy shade and kind of a champagne shade. I don't know if they have one even lighter than that. This peach color though is so nice. It has that, I'm actually wearing it as a base to a powder blush that I put on earlier today to do my makeup. It kind of has this bronzy but blushy look. It's not red, it's that peach color, but it's a deep peach. It's not an orange. And so it's kind of one of those like, oh, is that bronzer? Is that blush? And it's my everyday. It's so easy to put on. It blends so well, and it's not highly pigmented. It's a sheer wash of color, and it's just so beautiful to the skin. I would highly recommend trying it out. I haven't tried out the other ones, but I really like it, and it does not break me out. Sometimes cream face makeup products break me out, and this one did not. So, all right, I know I got chatty. The bag made it seem like I was not gonna have that many things to talk about, and I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be really boring for everybody. Sorry. I feel actually like this is a really long video, and I'm gonna have some issues editing it. If you stuck with me and you went through all of those products with me, holy cow. I hope you saw something that you liked and maybe you wanted to try, or you got an idea about maybe something you've been eyeing and looking at. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned or any of the brands that I mentioned or what have you, feel free to leave those down below. I would love to chat skincare, hygiene, all the things with you guys. If you guys like these kind of videos, I don't do as many of these kind of videos as I do homeschool videos, but if you like these kind of videos and you want to know more about this kind of stuff, or what I use at least in my house. But if you like these kind of videos, let me know down below and I will post more of those sorts of things. And if you've used any of these things and they did work for you and you love them, or you tried them and they did not work for you, that is such great information for other people watching to know also. So leave that down below as well. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you guys next time.